and I go to Sage 50, Premium Accounting version 2015, and double click. And I wait for a few seconds because I will have some options. Nice. So just if you double click on Sage 50 Premium Accounting, you see, guys, that you have some alternatives. The first, you open a sample company, the sample company that I presented to you guys live the last time meeting in class. I said that we discovered at that time, we discovered the software with all the modules, etc. So we can do it, okay? But it's not the objective, because our objective is why we start from zero. So we create the company like it's the first time for the company that we use Sage 50, or it's the first time running the business and it's the first time using the software. So we have also another option, which is the option that we're going to click on, create a new company. So this is create a new company that I have to select. We will use also in the future restore from a backup. It means that if you have a backup for any company, okay, using Sage 50, so you have the possibility to restore this backup using Sage 50, and of course you go to this work. We will be using this feature in the future. Select an existing company. This is the fourth option, and this is true when just after using one company. For example, today we'll create a new company, right? And you close the software. You turn off your computer. You go back. You would like to enter the Sage 50 one more time. If you select an existing company, of course, it means that you have the list of all the companies that you created on your computer. So you select all the companies that you previously created, 1, 2, 3, 4 companies, etc. So it's unlimited. So you can use this software Sage 50 for many companies at the same time. But just you select the file of the company that you prefer. So you select an existing company or open the last company you worked on. And this is very simple. So the last company that you worked on, you have the possibility to reaccess it. Okay, so with no any search for the company in the list. So for today's session, we'll be clicking on the second option, create a new company. So I'll give you the chance to double click on Sage 50 and you click on create a new company. I will be just waiting for 30 seconds. So all of you guys will do the same thing. Double click on Sage 50, create a new company. Something I think that all of you guys is not that difficult. If you arrive at this step, I say that new company setup, you see that we have 6 steps. 6 steps to finish, and we create the database for the new company that we will be working on. So introduction, you see, welcome to this company. So are you converting from Canadian version of QuickBooks 2011 or 2012 for Microsoft Windows? So let me explain something. What does it mean, QuickBooks? The QuickBooks it's another software. It's another software. It's a US software. Of course, we do have different versions for. So QuickBooks, it's another software. So if you are an existing company, it means that you use the QuickBooks for years and you're changing to Sage 50. It's a competitor, right? Sage 50 Premium. Of course, you have the chance that Sage 50, I said that we will not be reworking all what you did on the QuickBooks, okay? So all the file that you have on QuickBooks, it's going to be converted to a Sage 50 Premium, okay? And therefore, you're gonna be saving your time. So all the work that you did for years on QuickBooks, you can convert this to Sage 50 Premium. So it's a feature, of course, that is helping the users converting from, let's say, a software to another. So if you have this existing backup for QuickBooks, of course, you can click on yes, convert my QuickBooks company Sage to Sage 50, or if you don't have, it means it's the first time that you're using a software because it's the first time you're running the business, for example, or we used Excel for years, or we use another software that we don't have the option. We don't have the option to convert to Sage 50. So click on help me create my company. So this is the first option that you have to select. So click on or check no help me create my company. So keep it checked and click on next. All right, so if you click on next, you will have now you are in the second step by you have to fill in what we call the company's details. So talk about the name, the address, of course, because we're using a Canadian version. So you have the province, Alberta, British Columbia, Ontario, Quebec, etc. So we use the Canadian version, and I told you the last time we're using the Canadian version because we don't have the option to convert from or to switch from French to English, from English to French, because the students would like to check, let's say, the terminology that we do have in English, how we call this concept in French. So using the software is going to be easy. We will practice this together. So name. So you're going to be naming the company data processing, or not data processing, or you can simply between two brackets put your name. So because we're going to use this for you, so I will put my name. And of course, as I told you, by the end of each session, I will be creating a backup for you for the students that are unable to get the correct, let's say, activities. So I will be sharing with you my backup on the platform, ba.platform.tm. So this backup will be very helpful to you. So every time you would like to start from my backup, you will find my name. Okay. You're going to be filling in the street address. Okay, simple as that. So it's not that complicated. Put the street address. I say that. All right. The address is Bir al-Qasa. It's fine. Buruj 4. Would like to be much more precise, put Hayya Aisha. It's possible. Anyways, so just we're joking because it's a Canadian version. You say that province, put it British Columbia, okay? Postal, country, phone, etc. fax is not that difficult. You see, you're gonna be filling in all of this, so we'll not be wasting the time filling in things that are simple to understand. So for the company that you will be working on, of course, you have to put all these details. And just you put the address and the British Columbia, as I said, and you click on next. All right, so now we're in the third step. The third step is important, and all the steps that we're doing, by the way, it's possible later when we start the company and we start working on, is it possible to change all the things that we're doing actually? Yes, we can change all of them, except only one activity. I will tell you that in the fourth step, we have to be careful because we cannot recover. If you're making an error in this next step, I say that in the fourth list of accounts, it's going to be something that we cannot correct. Okay, so therefore all of the details that we're entering from the first step to the third step, there is no problem. Of course you can change or you modify all the details that we have. All right, what's the idea from the dates? Here we have 3 dates to fill in. The first is the fiscal year start date in the list in the first day of your company's current fiscal year. The idea is in your company, in your country, in the jurisdictions that we're using, the fiscal year is starting from 2 or to finish 2 or is spanning from 2. So therefore you have to put the first day in the fiscal year. In Tunisia, based on our taxation, the fiscal year to Tunisia is the same as the calendar year. As you know, we're paying our taxes, individual taxes or corporate tax, based on the academic year. Not academic, is the calendar year. So the calendar year is January 1st, December 31st. So for the fiscal year start, let's say it's January, we'll be working on 2023. So please go to January 1st, 2023. Be careful to the order of the presentation in the date, because we start with the day then the month. So it's the 1st of January 2023. Okay. There is something also important, is about the earliest transaction. Okay, the earliest transaction. By the way, before that we go to the earliest transaction, you see that the software is systematically putting the 31st of December 2023 as the fiscal year end. So we're giving systematically 1 year as a fiscal year. So of course, if you would like to modify it, you can. But it's the year, so it's systematic. But what is the meaning of the second date, which is the earliest transaction? If you are a company operating in Tunisia, we know that the fiscal year is January 1st, December 31st. But if we started the business mid-year, I mean, if you started the business June 1st, for example, so you have to put the earliest transaction as the June 1st, because we started the business on June 1st. Okay? If the company existed for years before, of course, it's going to be the same as the fiscal year start, because the earliest transaction in this accounting period or this fiscal year is going to be the same as the January 1st or the fiscal year start. If there is a difference, it means that you started the business mid-year, so you have to change the earliest transaction to the first time you're running the business. So if we start the business, for example, April 1st, you have to put April 1st as the earliest transaction. In our case, we keep it the same, January 1st, 2023. Guys, please, all right, I'm presenting the elements and how to start a new company, but how to create a new company. If you have any question, you can interrupt, you can ask anytime. So, fiscal year January 1st, 2023, fiscal year end the 31st of December 2023, and we click on next. All right. For this fourth step, as I told you before, we have to be careful. The option that we're going to select will not be something that we can reverse. So if we create the company using a specific option here, it's not going to be possible to change it later. For all the things that we did earlier, from the first to the third step, it's possible. All right. What's the objective of the list of accounts? You know, guys, for all companies using softwares or accounting softwares, you know that we have what we call chart of accounts. Chart of accounts, it means what are the accounts that we're going to use in when recording transactions. Okay. Here we have some options. You can create your own database of accounts. It means, all right, keep it blank. So ask the software to keep the list of accounts blank, because you're going to create your own list of accounts later when you start the software. Or you can ask the software help you creating some accounts or create an entire chart of accounts from the beginning based on the recommendation of the software. How is that? You see that the accounts are used to organize and report accounting information. We know that. Choose how you want your list of accounts to be created. After your company is created, you can easily add more accounts, remove accounts you don't need, or modify the accounts on the list. So have Sage 50 create a list of accounts based on your business type. It's recommended. The idea is simple here. I will be, of course, selecting this. I click on next. Software will tell me what is the type of business or what is the nature of your business. Is it a service? Is it merchandising? Is it manufacturing, etc.? Because if you are a service company, we have some specificities with respect to the service types. You will not be finding, for example, sales revenue account. You'll find service revenue. So you will not be finding, I don't know, cost of goods sold. You will find cost of service. So it's going to be customized based on your type of business. The second, have Sage 50 create a list of account from an export file. This one is a nice option. If you have your list of accounts, for example, on Excel, you can import this file in the Sage 50 and you have your accounts created based on your list. Or let me build the list of accounts myself after the company is created. If I click on the third option, so it's going to be 0 accounts created and you will find the list blank, and it's up to you later to import or to create all the accounts that you want. So please keep the first option checked. Have Sage 50 create a list of accounts based on your business type, which is recommended because this is the starting or a base that we start with. If you don't have other accounts to create, we can add, but we're not starting from scratch. We're starting from an existing list. So click on have Sage 50 create list of account based on your business type, which is recommended, and click on next. All right, now we are in the view asking you about what? The industry type and the company type, okay? The first thing is that what is the ownership structure that we have? Is it sole proprietorship? Is it corporation? Is it a partnership? Of course, it's making a lot of difference because later on, when we have to talk about the taxation aspects and we have to talk about the jurisdictions aspects, of course, it's important that we put the ownership structure. So it's going to be clear that the company is a sole proprietorship, partnership, or corporation. So keep sole proprietorship. It's just one owner. For the industry type, we have too many industry types here. So please click on or select service. Industry type is a service. So just you select service. We have, you see, agriculture, construction, educational services, entertainment, food and beverage. You have the list of the types that are provided by the software. So please select service. And for the company's type, please make sure that it's service company. So simple, sole proprietorship, give you the time to do it. Sole proprietorship as an ownership structure. Industry type is a service, and the company's type is a service company. Okay, by selecting these elements, you can view, you see, you can view the list of accounts that you will be creating in your software. So click on view list of accounts. You will have current assets presented in a form of cash, cash draws, petty cash, savings bank account, checking bank. It's a typical structure of current asset that is presented. All right, so you can modify it later. I said that modified by adding other accounts or by deleting the accounts that you don't need. You have the inventory, you have the capital assets. The capital assets, I mean the long-term assets. Okay. You have also the current liabilities. The current liabilities. You have the ownership or owner's equity. Say the owner's contribution. You see owner's contribution because we're talking about the sole proprietorship. We say the owner's contribution is not ordinary shareholding. Is not a corporation. You see. You have the sales revenue. You have, of course, it's somehow organized with class. So I just click on OK. And I can go to account ranges. So because the range is important to discuss. Look at the range. All right, how many ranges do we have? You see that 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so you see for the account group, all the assets are ranging from 1,000 to 1,999. So if you would like to create an asset, so you have to create an asset from 1,000 to 1,999. So if you're thinking that your company, in terms of size, is, of course, it's a big corporation or a company. So of course, you can use the 1,000 this way. Or if you're thinking that 50 assets are fine, so use the starting number of 1 and the ending number of 100. You see, it's possible. Okay. For all the liabilities, they're with the class 2. I said that they started with the number 2. So all the liabilities from 2,000 to 2,999. For equity account, I mean equity account, so everything related to the capital, everything related to retained earnings, to additional paid in capital or the capital premium, the preferred, let's say, shareholding, etc. So all the elements related to equity are to be classified from 3,000 to 3,999. If you are talking about the revenue accounts, so the revenue accounts are from 4,000 to 4,999, and the expense account from 5,000 to 5,999. So this is for a matter of organization. So the software is asking you, would you like that we keep this, let's say, ranges for the categories of accounts that you have, or you would like to change? Okay. So for example, as I told you, you can extend, you can enlarge if the company is important in terms of size, or you can keep this just 4,000 for account numbers for small companies. So click on OK. And click on Next. In this step 5, so we're going to choose where you're going to store your company's file. You're going to select the location on your computer to store your company's file. First thing first, what is the name of the company's file that you prefer to put? So, is automatically given data processing. This is the name of the company that I used in the first step when we talked about the introduction. So we keep it the same. And for the location, of course, I will let you choose the location that you prefer to store the company's file in your computer. So it's free, of course, it's up to you. Okay, if you select the location, now is the last step, which is what? Finish. So you can click on finish and you will be waiting for a few minutes as the software will be creating this database for you. So if you finish, you click on termine or finish. It depends whether your Windows is French or English. So the software will be processing and will be creating the new database. So you're gonna be patient for a few minutes. At the meantime, guys, I'm just turning to you guys with questions. Is it okay? Are you fine with respect to this first part, introductory part, how to create the new company?
Yes.
Okay. Was it done for you guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what happened to me? It takes an age. I'm still in 40%. Guys, at the meantime, just to let you know something. All right. So I checked with the administration about the possibility to have online sessions and face-to-face sessions if needed. They said that all sessions must be face-to-face. They said must be. Okay, so it's a must to have face-to-face sessions. So I have to share with you this information because I don't know how to respond. The problem is there is no problem with face-to-face. We can do it face-to-face, but you know, guys, when we have to present the software, I'm going to use a projector. Okay, so we will be in a lab. So if it's the case, so the next week, next Wednesday, we will have the session face-to-face in lab. We have to test it. They said that must be tested, so you have to be in class. If you prefer the online rather than the face-to-face, so simple as that, is not me. So if you will be asking the administration about the possibility to have the session online, they will be saying yes, but not the professor. Okay, so it should be coming from the students. So next time we will have the session face-to-face on campus in lab. So please bring your laptop with you because as I told you, we cannot trust the computers existing there. So also even the performance is not guaranteed. So please bring your laptop with you the next time when we have to meet in class, in lab on the next Wednesday. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes. Was it created for you all, guys? It's only me that I'm still struggling.
I think yes, sir.
No, Professor. I have a certain error. It wouldn't. It goes to 80%,
Mm-hmm.
and then stops completely and tell me there's an error that won't go through.
Mm-hmm. There's an error. Okay. I'm in 50%. Okay, guys, what do you think about taking? Yes, please, go ahead.
مشو حبيت نسأل نحن كي نوليو فيس تو فيس فما ريكوردينغز نتاع عملنا
فما ما فماش فما سيشنز تسجلوا فما سيشنز لا معناتها ثما ريكوردينغز اما مش كل
خاطر ما البروبلم نتاع الفيس تو فيس اللي من بعد ما عندناش ريكوردينغز نجمو نرجعوا لهم كي باش نريفزوا الفايل.
احنا اي جات ذا بوينت. هو معناتها شوف احنا باش نعمل احنا in all cases next time باش نكونوا face to face we're going to test it. اذا كان حسينا رواحنا face to face خير معناتها ماتش بيرر. هذا اللي دارش قالت لي معناتها تحب هكا قال لك الوغ وقت هنا نولي انا اي كان نحاول وقتنا نقريكم السيشن هذيك نحل تيمز ونعمل ريكوردينج وحدي.
اوكي
in case تكون اكثر efficient to be online نوليو لازمنا الكلنا نعلموهم نقول لهم رانا نحبوا السيشن نتاعنا تكون اونلاين. فهمت؟ لهنا لازمنا نعلموهم هكاك الكلنا احنا كسوا البروفيسورز اند ستودنتس لازمنا نعلموهم نقول لهم يس وي نيد انه السيشن تو بي اونلاين. سو معناتها نشوفوا الحكايه اذا كان فيس تو فيس it works نحاولوا نتصرفوا في حكايه الريكوردينج. so we can كما قلت لك I can just open the Microsoft Teams live نحل الكات جي على خاطر ما فماش كونيكسيون انترنت ستابل غالي. دونك نحاولوا نسجلوا السيشنز نتاعنا اذا كان تحبذوا هذا يا مان.
اوكي سير ثانك يو
Yes.
سو ماتش عايش.
It's feasible. جايز نقترح عليكم تاخذوا بريك متاع 5 10 minutes خاطر واضح انه معناتها 57% ف it's going to be maybe we're going for 5 10 minutes. so ناخذوا نرجعوا ل 11 قد it's okay.
اوكي
Okay, sir.
Okay, so let's take a break of 9 minutes and we go back.